Welcome to King County Levy Court combined meeting for this evening. Today is Tuesday, December 10th, 2024, and we're holding this Levy Court meeting in our Levy Court chambers, room 203. Before I officially open the meeting, I will say that we had a workshop at 6:30 prior to this meeting, and now the acting county administrator will explain to those who would like to join us by phone and or WebEx can do so. Sir?
Thank you, Mr. President. This meeting is being held in person at 555 Bay Road, Dover, Delaware, in the Levy Court chambers. We also are making it available via the internet through WebEx. Participants can join us by phone or by computer during the meeting. There will be opportunities for public comment for these attending in person or online. When the president opens a public comment period, those attending in person may step forward to one of the two podiums and be recognized. If you're joining us by phone and wish to comment, please press *3, which will raise your electronic hand. Our operator will identify you and bring you into the meeting. Pressing *6 will mute and unmute your line. If you are online, you will see a hand and microphone icon at the bottom of your screen. Please use those at appropriate times. We ask guests to begin public comments by stating their name and address for the record. The county attorney will administer an oath of affirmation to anyone giving testimony during the public hearing. We ask that public comments relate to the subject announced by the president. In addition to public hearings, there will be 2 public comment periods, one at the beginning of the meeting for agenda items and one near the end of the meeting for general comments. This meeting is being recorded and will follow the rules of procedures adopted by the Levy Court, as well as Mason Rules of Order. Back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you. At this time, we will call the meeting to order. I'll ask Commissioner Maston to lead us in the invocation, Commissioner Scott to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and Commissioner Sweeney will offer a moment of silence for our troops and first responders. All rise, please.
Heavenly Father, as we gather for this busy meeting, we ask you for guidance in our discussions. Help us to communicate with clarity, respect diverse perspectives, and make decisions that align with our shared goals and values. Amen.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence for military, law enforcement, firefighters, paramedics, and other first responders who have given their lives in the line of duty. Please remember this individual first responder who died in the line of duty this past week, yesterday as a matter of fact, as well as keeping his family in your thoughts and prayers as they deal with the loss of their loved one. Police Officer Jacob Candoza from the Terrell Police Department in Texas. Thank you.
Mr. Tanaka, can we have roll call, please, to determine quorum?
Mr. Angel?
Present.
Mr. Hall?
Present.
Mr. Hertz?
Here.
Mrs. Maston?
Present.
Mr. Scott?
Here.
Mr. Sweeney?
Here.
Mr. Pepper?
Here.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 present.
Thank you. We do have a quorum this evening. Need a motion on the adoption of this evening's agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Scott, second by Commissioner Angel. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, can we have roll call, please?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. Roll call reveals motion passed. Consent agenda 24-11. I need a motion.
Motion to accept consent agenda 2411.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Maston, second by Commissioner Scott. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, can we have roll call, please?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. Roll call reveals consent agenda 24-11 has been approved. At this time, we allow time on the agenda for any of those who may be in our audience, whether here or online or on the phone, that would like to make a comment about something that's on the agenda this evening that is not already covered by a public comment section, to please come forward and speak your piece. Mark, anyone online, please?
If there's anyone joining us online that would like to make public comments at this time, please indicate by raising an electronic hand. I see no hands raised, Mr. President.
Thank you. Moving on, the first item on the agenda is a presentation, 2024 Employee of the Year. For the record, I understand we decided on an Employee of the Year, and it looks like she might be here. Okay. Lori, can we have this read into the official record of Levy Court?
Kent County Levy Court Certificate of Recognition, Kirsten P. Koenig. On this, the 10th day of December 2024, the Levy Court of Kent County, State of Delaware, does hereby recognize Kirsten P. Koenig as the 2024 Kent County Employee of the Year. The prestigious award recognizes her outstanding dedication, skill, and hard work as the Computer Support Technician 2 in the Department of Administration Office of the Information Technology on behalf of citizens of Kent County.
Okay. Kirsten, come on down. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Kirsten, I was unable to make the employee luncheon last Friday. I was out of state, but I was extremely happy to hear that you were selected as the Employee of the Year. You've always been very helpful with me. You can't go anywhere, you can't leave, you can't retire, you can't do anything. As long as I'm here, you got to be here, okay? So we're very pleased to recognize you as the Employee of the Year, and that says a lot. And your peers think a lot of you, and we think a lot of you. So thank you very much.
Yeah, we already gave you one check. We don't have another one for you. Sorry. I know you're looking forward to it. Congratulations. I already said, enough at the luncheon. You've done a great job. Just to have your peers, your supervisors put you up and your peers vote for this says everything. So congratulations.
Yeah, when I first became a commissioner, I said we needed a directory on our phones that had everybody's phone number. You took the lead, made the app, and made it happen. And this has been a long time coming. You should have been Employee of the Month a long time ago. And, that being said, you're just a long list of people from the 6th District to be Employee of the Month, so it's only fitting that you get Employee of the Year. Congratulations.
This is quite an honor, and thank you so much for your service to the county. Well deserved.
Congratulations also. I apologize, I couldn't make it there on Friday, but well deserved, coming from one of the larger departments within the county, the asset that you've brought to public safety. And, whenever you come in a room, you've always got a smile on your face, and it's always been good to work with you. Congratulations.
Yes, Kirsten, you always have a smile, and every time I walk in, I have a problem, and you're even smiling bigger because you can't wait to see what I'm bringing you. So thank you for all your help, and not just me, but for the whole county and our team. I think you're part of the distributor of the spark plugs. You are part of the team. Thank you.
Congratulations on a job well done, and I hope you have a very safe and happy holiday.
Well deserved. Matter of fact, we even tried to get Commissioner Angel to step up at the luncheon and add another 0 to the check. So I think it's very well deserved. He wasn't falling for it, but you always have a smile on your face, and you always go after it and excel to make sure that everything is correct and proper. So I know for me, I can't thank you enough. You've done a lot for me with my laptop and phones and et cetera. So, but I'm challenged with some of that too. Kelly, don't you dare get that picture.
Kirsten, I'll speak in Donna's absence. I won't speak for Donna, but I'll speak in her absence. Working with you has been a delight. There's no issue that we haven't brought to you that you weren't able to face, that you didn't give us a solution and give us a better solution on top of that. So, and that just speaks volumes of who you are and what you bring to the county. Your smile, your tenacity, everything. We just love you, and we're a better workforce with you in it. So thank you for all that you do.
Thank you.
I need this for the picture. Okay, that goes downstairs, so I need it back. You got one. She got one already. She's making me feel good, right?
Budget really is, the budget is really tight. Budget is tight. No, we want to hear your voice again.
Just one more time.
Yeah, come on. Oh, they want to hear it.
For love.
Speak for your family.
Thank you so much for the recognition. I can't tell you how much it means to me and what a pleasure it is to work with everyone here, how blessed we are. The people that work for Kent County are just absolutely amazing. And I'm just doing what I do, and I'm really grateful for all the recognition, and it means a lot. Thank you.
And to your family, thank you for letting us have her during the day. We, as you can tell, we think a lot of her, so we thank you for letting us have her. So have a nice holiday. You too.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you guys. Have a great night.
There are no public hearings scheduled for this evening. There's no old business. We do have some new business, potential action items from our workshop that was held immediately prior to this meeting. The first two items on the agenda, Commissioner Scott, I'll turn it over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. The first item is we totaled a suburban, a paramedic unit in 2024, September of 2024, and there's an insurance reimbursement. So this evening, I'll make a motion to approve the purchase of one 2025 Chevy SSV package Tahoe per the attached quote in the amount of $52,124 through Hertridge Fleet Services and funding source of the reimbursement check and our ETT funds, and to approve the insurance of the purchase order.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion by Commissioner Scott to approve, which was seconded by Commissioner Masson. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, Mr. Naka, can we have roll call, please?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. Roll call reveals motion passed. Item number 2, Commissioner Scott.
Thank you, Mr. President. So this coming year, our Zoll monitors for the paramedics are coming due up, and Public Safety did a really good job of pricing and going out and finding the best possible deal. So tonight, I'll make a motion to approve the procurement of 30 Zoll X-Series advanced cardiac monitors through a 60-month finance plan of $29,852.03 per month starting September of '25 to be funded through the EMS operating budget. Additionally, I move to authorize the President of Levy Court to execute all necessary contracts and agreements related to the procurement.
Second motion.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Scott to approve, second by Commissioner Angel. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, Mr. Tanaka, can roll call, please?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. 7 yeas means motion passed. Commissioner Angel, you have 2 items.
As in for our meeting this evening on the Sentinel-1 endpoint detection 3-year agreement, I think we're all in agreement on this. I move to approve the execution of Sentinel-1 3-year agreement with SHI funded by grant SLCGP-22-1001 in the amount of $221,765.74 and annual installments of $73,921.91.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Angel to approve, second by Commissioner Scott. Any questions on the motion? Seeing none, Mr. Tanaka, please roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. 7 yeas. Motion passed.
Dark Trace Network Detection and Response 3-year contract. We also had that discussion this evening. I think we're all in agreement. I move to approve the execution of the Dark Trace 3-year contract funded by grant SLCGP-22-1001 in the amount of $266,880 and paid annually at $88,933.33.
Second?
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Angel to approve, second by Commissioner Maston. Any questions? If not, Mr. Tanaka, please roll call.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. Motion passed. Commissioner Maston, you have 2 items.
Housing Rehabilitation Project change order, greater than 40% of base contract. Previous discussion this evening. I move that the Levy Court approve the aforementioned Housing Rehabilitation change order number 2 for Housing Rehabilitation Contract 21-35.
Second.
Thank you. Motion to approve by Commissioner Maston, second by Commissioner Scott. Any questions? Any questions? Seeing none. Mr. Tanaka, roll call, please.
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. Roll call reveals the motion passed. Item number 2.
Field of Dreams proposed improvements to site plan pavilion addition to approved concession building. I move to approve the addition of a 1,200 square foot open air and roofed pavilion to 263 Lewis Drive as part of the approved commercial recreation facility.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Maston, second by Commissioner Sweeney to approve. Anyone, any questions? If not, can we have roll call, please?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. Roll call reveals the motion passed. That's the end of the potential action items from the workshop. Under other business, Commissioner Angel, you have a motion to be made there.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move to go in executive session immediately following the business meeting for preliminary discussion on site acquisition for publicly funded capital improvement, legal strategy session regarding collective bargaining or pending or potential litigation, and personnel matters pursuant to 29 Del Code 10004, B24 and 9.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Angel, second by Commissioner Sweeney. Any questions on that motion? If not, can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Angel?
Yes.
Mr. Hall?
Yes.
Mr. Hertz?
Yes.
Mrs. Maston?
Yes.
Mr. Scott?
Yes.
Mr. Sweeney?
Yes.
Mr. Pepper?
Yes.
Mr. President, roll call reveals 7 yeas.
Thank you. Motion reveals we will have executive session this evening, of which we will not be returning back to the chambers. Any information items? Any information items? Any public comments? Mark, anybody?
For those who are joining us online, if you would like to make public comments at this time, please indicate by raising your electronic hand. No hands raised, Mr. President.
Thank you. Any commissioners' comments? Commissioner Scott?
Mr. President, thank you. Last month, we were able to get approved a long process of approximately 18 to 20 months for 2 paramedic stations that we had been working on for quite some time. And I wanted to do it last month, and just with everything going on, it kind of slipped. But I want to give a special thank you to Alan Coela. He started that ball rolling my second week as being appointed to Levy Court. Called me up in my office and had a little yellow sticky with $5 million wrote on it. I thought he was setting me up. But then he took another little paper and he split it out and said $1.5 million for this station, $1.5 million for this station, and $2 million for a command post. So, you know, I think the recognition, you know, that we do appreciate what he did there, you know, with his sites. And I think he had talked to Chief Sipple in the meantime as well. And, you know, Levy Court was very supportive of that through ARPA funding. And I remember him telling me, he said, you will never, ever have this opportunity again. And he's probably right. So I just wanted to give a special thank you to Alan Coela for his guidance on that process.
Thank you. And I'm glad you did that, because you're right. Alan did have foresight in a lot of issues, and that was one of them, and I'm glad he led us in the right direction. Yeah. Any other commissioner comments? If not, need a motion to adjourn to executive session.
So moved, Mr. President.
Second.
Thank you. Motion by Commissioner Angel, second by Commissioner Sweeney. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we will be adjourned from here to executive session.